It went through solid ground, but whatever. Okay. I saw that. You saw that. Actually, this is the quickest way home. We need to skedaddle out of here. Get back to our normal neighborhood. To stay out of trouble. I have no weapons on this thing, so I have no way of defending myself. Which means, in order to stay out of trouble, I probably need to stay down near the, stay up near the top depths of the water instead of going down lower. Specifically because, if I get too low and I bump into something, or if something hits me, we run into trouble. We run into a situation where the hull starts taking damage. If I go below crushing depth, and I can't remember what that is right now, but once we actually get a moon pool, we can modify this thing. There is a moon pool blueprint that we're going to have to look for, but once I can actually modify this thing, we can retrofit it, we can upgrade it, we can put more depth stuff on it, we can put more protection on it. Oh. Number 12. Hang on a sec. Some metal salvage. Okay. This does not count as a wreck, per se. I mean, we can't even interact with anything in here. It's all dead. It used to be a few builds ago, just as recent as a few builds back. You couldn't even go into those. I mean, you could go through into them, but you were going through them, literally. They were non-corporeal, or however you want to phrase it. But, now you can actually go into them, but you can't do anything with them. I think because they're flooded, all the systems are damaged, so there's no point. But yeah. Let's go over here. I'm actually gonna... I don't know if there's a... Is there a down? Oh, there is. A C. Go over here. I'm going to nestle you right up against the building. Hit E to pop out, and there we go. We can park her. Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you very much. Wait a minute. Yeah. Titanium? More titanium? I realized that once we get to the point where we're going to make a, ooh, wow. Lots of lithium. Ooh. Okay, I'm probably going to have to make another one of these. We've got, let's do copper, titanium, gold. I'm going to run out of space again. Let's get all this titanium out of here. Oh. Okay. I'm out of space. We're gonna make more ingots. More ingots. Specifically because... Oh, wait a minute. There's something new on here. Plasteel ingot. I probably didn't want to do that. Lithium. I'm gonna keep some of the lithium. But I've got a plasteel ingot. Let's do ingot. Plasteel ingot. Weird. Go over here. We're gonna do diamonds. Lithium, I think, is a type of metal, if I remember right. Let's see. We've got one of those we're gonna use. We need to go catch dinner real quick. Let's go over to the big fish tank. Actually, tell you what. I'm gonna need more than that. Need to catch up on my eating some. I'm actually going to make a couple of bottles of water. And let's do That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Actually, gonna keep that. I wanted to get this, so we can go out here. Back to 100%. And now I need to remember. Wait a minute. Tools. Titanium and silicone rubber. I have both of those in abundance. One of you, please. And one of you. I didn't know you could break knives. That was really wacky. Propulsion cannon is something new that I just got. I'm very curious about it. Apparently it works like the gravity gun from Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 2, where you can actually pick stuff up, or the gravity gun from maybe Portal, I don't know, where you can pick up an object and then propel it, use it as an actual projectile. I can now make, oh yes, okay, we need to go get some more mushrooms real quick. I can finally make a laser cutter now that we've got diamonds, which means there's some bigger wrecks I can finally go into. I just need a battery for it. That's going to be cool. And some of those wrecks are even nearby. Let's see. This one? I need a diamond. And I need some copper. Got 2 of those. And what was it? Titanium? Let's make the battery first. Tools, laser cutter. Yeah, okay. Now I feel like I'm really hitting progress. Okay. But I wonder if I can go out and do some fishing. So I did some research. I know that's probably should be enough of a statement to scare you already. I did some research on subnautica.wikia.com. It's actually community managed, but whatever. Basically, there's a thing called the gravisphere. I think it's funny that the pod has moved slightly. It has actually drifted slightly. What are you? Oh, you're a floater. Okay. Why did you get dislodged from your little rock friend? Oh, God. Let's find you something else to connect to. I've done some research. The gravisphere apparently pulls in smaller sized objects and keeps it around it. You can use it for fishing, but it's got a lot of caveats and all sorts of crazy stuff having to do with that. So I haven't messed with it yet. Also, a lot of you said you need to get the creature eggs. You need to breed them in an aquarium. The problem I have is that I don't know if creature egg breeding takes up space for my air sacs. So I want to make a 3rd building with a double-decker aquarium, and I'm going to use that one for all of the actual... Let's just release this thing here. Oh, okay. Supposed to latch onto the boulder. We need to be catching some fish. Hey, what though? A little bit of mining won't hurt anybody. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to catch fish around here, for sure. They say not to use it in deep water, the gravisphere, specifically because, not to use it on the ocean floor because schools of fish will apparently make away with it, which I think is interesting. But I could see using it in shallow water to keep some like peeper fish directly around it that you could just go out and catch. So it's a tempting prospect.
Emergency.
10 seconds of oxygen left. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Go back down here real quick. Nothing under here? Really? Okay. I really need to let these guys catch up. I'm tempted to make this 3 stories, but I don't know. One of you and nope. One of you. My reserves are getting low. I'm still not self-sufficient yet. but I would like to get there. I don't know if that means making the aquarium, the food aquarium, larger or what. There we go. That's much better. Okay. So, I'm trying to remember if it was Wreckage 2 or Wreckage 1. Well, it's nighttime now. I'm trying to remember which wreckage it actually was that had the cuts, place to cut. I think I'll go visit Wreckage 1 first as soon as it's daylight. And then we can swap over to 2. I'm going to cut here footage real quick because you don't want to sit here and watch the UI blink out, but I can sit here and keep my food and water levels stationary while I wait for the day cycle to come by. So we'll be right back. Then we can step into the sea moth, zip over to some wreckage, and see what kind of trouble we can cause. Okay. We should be getting a smidge of daylight soon. Let's go downstairs. Outside. Maybe. There's the island way over there. Okay. So here's what I got to figure out. I've never actually paid attention to this. Let's go over here real quick. Gosh, having that sea moth's like having a new car. I don't want to leave it alone. Okay. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west, which means that's north. That would be south for me. Right? So there's two things I need to do still. First, I've got the cutter. I need to actually go into the wreckage and see if I can find anything else. Number two, I need to go back.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. I need to go back to the Aurora. Let's go to Rec 1. I need to go to the Aurora because there were some creepy things in there that I didn't want to deal with because it was nighttime. I need to make some flares, go back in. Now that I know what those little eyeballs are and I've dealt with them during the day on that island, I know that I can basically just avoid them or knife them. And that's pretty much donezo. I don't think it was this one. Can't remembers. Let's step out here. Let's open this. Okay, here we go. I'm just holding down the right mouse button. It's actually pretty easy. I like it. It's going to use a lot of power, though. Wow.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay. This is the wonder of the sea moth. My air levels go up. Boop. Great. Okay, let's see if we can finish this door. This is probably going to use 50%. Ooh. Thankfully, this only uses batteries and not power cells. But it is getting to the point to where I'm going to start carrying a spare power cell and some spare batteries with me, just for the sake of all the stuff I've got. No signal. No, I don't want the dive reel. That thing, that thing. Can't cut there.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So basically this would have netted me the chair and the desk, and I found that at another wreck. Okay. So let's get in here. Wreck number 2 is down here, and if I remember right, it's a little farther down. It's in the kelp forest. Then we need to prep for an actual mission to the Aurora. Again, I see an air sac off to the right. Every time I see an air sac, I just want to reach out and grab it. Thankfully, all these creep vines don't mess with my actual ship. Okay. Whoopsie. There's the buoy I dropped. If I remember right. Yeah, that one's just sealed. Actually, I'm going to leave the sea moth right there. Oh, these are the actual drooping stingers. I don't know if I can... Can I hack those down? Yeah, here we go. I might have to. I'm going to have to make an air trip. I might have to actually come back into some of these wrecks with my other spare oxygen tank, so I'll have 105 instead of 75. Or see if I can get the sea moth closer. That's option number 2. This one's cutting a little quicker, but I think we're going to run out of battery first.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
We might have to make a trip back home. We're going to have to. Okay, I need to go out here.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.